Welcome. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we are capable of doing this live. This is the second live on this channel. Um, as I told you from last time, getting the room ready. You may see some modifications being done. Hopefully, it will come out very nicely. I'm doing the work, so hopefully you will love or like the overall result. A couple of things that I wanted to address. Hopefully, I can do this split screen on this iPad. That way, I can talk about what I want to share. Um, we're already 1 minute into the live, so I don't think I'll be waiting a very long time. Okay. Um, a couple of things that I wanted to go over. So I had made a post regarding the page itself on how we're gonna I'm gonna structure the page. That way it will be more clearer for anyone that comes on the page and to see the contents they are looking for. So I had posted that, and now I'll be giving a little bit more of an explanation. That way we all will be on the same page. Hopefully there is not much of an echo. Um, yeah, but I'll see the results anyways. Okay, so I will make some playlist. The playlist we're gonna see, um, we're gonna mainly see a playlist regarding the videos. All of the videos that will be edited will be on this playlist. So you'll see everything that was edited um, on a different app or different um, on a different platform. What else? It let's see. This video will be dedicated only for videos, as I had mentioned earlier. We will also have a different playlist, which will be a live playlist. The live playlist will only have the lives that I will be doing. It's either indoor or outdoor. Let's say, for example, I'm doing a live going to a restaurant. Um, I will have the live there on this playlist. So there is videos, one playlist. We have lives, one playlist, and also the short, the shorts will mainly um, talking about the charity work or the charity gestures that will we be doing on this channel. For example, if we are doing giveaways, if we are giving gifts, if we are, for example, let's say I'll be um, giving something away, it will be mainly on the shorts. Short stories will be on the shorts. And for posts, we will see photos, we will see announcement. So that way we are not overclouding. What else? We're not overclouding the categories, because I want to have a good structure. That way, when someone come on the channel, they will know where to go. They will know what to expect from the channel, and that way they can move from there. They can look for what they have, what they have in mind, or what they have seen going to their live feed on YouTube, for example, but I'll be mainly posting, creating for YouTube. I don't have any other social media presence, but the main and only presence for now will be the YouTube presence, basically. So please bear with me. Everything is growing. We are making changes, um, space wise. We are trying to get the ideas running, flowing. I had this chat with one particular business owner. We had that discussion where I will be spending probably 5 days of work at its place. Here in Canada, we have this franchise. It's called No Frills, for those who knows about it. And I worked there. This was my first job. A good friend of mine had referred me to the boss, and they had me working there. I've been working there um, over close to a year, I believe. So I have this experience working, stacking products on shelves and everything. So basically, I was telling him that I will come in the store. I will be probably working for 5 days. It doesn't have to be 5 straight days. Um, it's like a volunteer work in a sense, and whatever that work would worth, it will give a charity, either um, products, or it'll basically do a charity um, action or charity gesture to any charity that is in this area, specific area. So basically, my work will be put into his business as a direct input for 5 days. I'll be working there, doing whatever they have, probably mopping, probably stacking products. I have a job, um, not a 9 to 5, but it's long hours, even more hours than that. Um, so I'll be working there. I'll be probably have to take days off, for example. I'll be taking days off probably to do that work. So my work in their location, whatever that work worth, they will put it into a charity, either with cash or either with products that they want to give away, anything. But they in return to me working at their location, at their store, they'll be giving something to charity. My work for a charity gesture from their part. Hopefully, I'm clear enough. But if you have any question, do not hesitate to leave a comment, ask a question, and that way we can have a clear understanding. I can bring more light on this job, on the subject that I just discussed a few seconds ago. Okay, well, and that's, I believe that I had covered um, how this channel gonna go, how this the structure of the overall page will be. And my next live, I'll be outside. I will be probably at a restaurant. I'll be probably eating Asian food. I see the location. I haven't reached out to the location yet, to the to the food place. I haven't reached out to them. I will be reaching out to them, getting more information on if they will allow me to do the live stream at their location. I'll be probably having some food there, and we will have our next live on spot. So please bear with me. I have more in store for you, and as we are going through this journey, and we will try to discover more. So that's all that I'm gonna share for the first minutes of the video regarding the page, regarding where we are going. And I would like to, based on the title, you're probably asking yourself, what is he gonna talk about? So I have some notes there, and I would like to talk about immigrant, the impact of immigrant on any society. Well, first of all, I am an immigrant. I I live in Toronto, yes, and Canada. So my point of view will be um, based on my opinion. Someone else may have a different opinion, but I'm gonna elaborate on how I've seen things, on how I saw, or on how I'm experiencing at the present moment um, as an immigrant. So let's dive into it. So we have um, a lot of the times we hear about immigrants or the problem. They come into the economy. They are probably taking jobs away. Um, they are probably messing up an industry. That is one saying also. To be more specific, I'll be probably going over the trucking industry, for example. Here in Canada, the country is really accepting a lot of immigrants, and I am grateful for any immigrants that comes to a country that want to good that want to do goods, and they want to grow as a person, as a family, for maybe perhaps because a lot of the times they are not coming along, they are coming with their families, and they are trying to have a better life, improve their way of livings, and so on. So as I was elaborating, you will hear a saying. For example, like I am in the trucking industry. You will hear a saying that it's not directly. I'm not directly. I'm not personally directing that statement towards anyone, any group. I have a lot of respect for any groups, for any immigrants that come. Myself, I am an immigrant. So you will hear us saying that um, Indian had messed up the trucking industry. That's a saying among truck drivers, for example. And they will say they are savage, they are probably doing dirty business, they are breaking the rules, they are doing all of the bad things that are shining a dark light or let's say um, a dark opinion on truck on the overall truck drivers, for example. So my opinion on that, when I when I first get into the industry, I heard that. I didn't share a lot about it, but looking at it right now, 2 years in the industry, I have a different point of view. I have an opinion about it, which is as immigrants, we work we most of the time work harder than um, when the native. Most of the time, not in all industries, but most of the time. So what you will see is we are ready to do everything and anything to be successful or to put food out on our tables or to take care of our family. So what you will see is new truck driver, fresh, freshly um, that had that had entered the country very recently. for example, or ready to accept a salary or a pay or a rate that is lower than the normal, or they are ready to do double of the work for the same amount of one person that would do the same work. Let's say the regular work. So they do doubles for the price of a regular work, for example. So they are putting the extra and extra work in this in those fields. So um, I would my opinion on that is most of the time, not all the time, we are being taken advantage of because they know we are in this country, we are trying to win, we are trying to take care of our family, we are trying to be successful, we are trying to live the probably American dream. We have this high expectation. We are so eager to work, and whatever that comes in our way, we will just accept. Yes, it happens. It happens very, very often. And on a different sector, you can also see that you will see that for any immigrant student that are coming in the country, their program is more expensive than the program of a domestic student. So they would probably pay almost double of the price of a domestic student that is already on the territory. So they have to prove the funds, they have to pay for probably a semester of the school, they have to book flights, and they have to come in the country. And they'll probably have a student visa that probably would allow them to work. They will, at this point, do their best at school, and they also gonna try um, to work because they will have to live, they will have to eat. So it connects back to what I was saying earlier. They'll probably do a work for they'll probably get in security. I had gotten into that myself. They'll probably work in a factory. They'll probably sign up with an agency. The agency in the West is basically um, um, a structure that is there, a company that is getting work from a different company. They get their cut and they give you the work that the initial company would pay probably a higher amount for the same work. So they are the middlemen. They connect you with the work, and very often when you do not show up, they already have someone else. So they have the monopoly on their prices, on the salary they will be paying you. And basically it's either you want it or you don't. They'll find someone to do it. So yes, um, in some of the cases, you will see those persons being taken advantage of. For example, they'll probably pay you $1 extra if you drive, for example, to go to if you're ready to go to a remote location or to travel by car, to travel 30 minutes, for example, which is a lot. Um, and basically, what is happening is um, we have a big flow of immigrants that are coming. They are eager to work. They are ready to do everything to work. We already have an amount of work. Probably the people, the native or people that recently got their citizenship or don't want the work or find it every connection hopefully people will say you're great for the in the contrary you will have this side where you have a bad impression of the immigrants that are coming. So, referring to something that is happening in the US right now, you will see a flow because you are because or that are already into this community or don't want to work. Now you have people that are coming and that are eager to work, that want to be successful, that want to do great things. They will come replace or they will come and take over of this position of those potential the background person that are coming. So the it's a true story. It's regarding my family. I'm gonna share something personal. My family wasn't in the situation where they were legal at that point. Past a couple years, at that point, it was just praying every day, hoping that immigration doesn't get you in some places and they'll take you. And they had an outstanding lifestyle where they would not get involved with justice. That way, they will not get deported back home. So they had to stay in a good behavior, on a good behavior. That way, they would work. They would be not the target of any form of laws. That way, they can work. They can send money back home. They can take care of us. But now they had traveled. They had left the U.S. They now live in the in the in Canada, in Toronto, and we all have, excuse me, the citizenship. At that point, everybody is set. Most of us, not all, but most of us. The newcomers probably don't, but most of us they have their papers anyways, but they don't have citizenship. So we were in a situation where our family was insecure in that sense. I was hoping back home that everything would work fine. So that is a real situation that had happened. That was going on in my family. So I'm not just speaking from a everything is good for him. He doesn't know what he is talking about. I've been separated for my because of that situation. We've been separated for more than 13 years. So they couldn't travel back home. And this situation was and is a major factor in how we interact to this day. So we are still holding to that score on our family. The family was apart, and that was a situation. That was a real situation. So now to get back to it, immigrants or the engine, or at least a secondary engine to any economy. So we have great people that come in legally. We have not so good people that come legally. We have great people that comes illegally, and we have not so good people that comes illegally as well. So four case scenarios. But I would hope that everyone gets to a point where they'll have their paper in order. They will try to work for themselves, for their family. and try to get, let's say, a good way of life, not having the stress that probably that is tearing apart their family, not having that pressure that is tearing apart their soul, not having that pressure that is tearing apart their 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 loves their loved one, basically. So that is one scenario. That is one case. That is one real situation that I wanted to put there as a good reference to the whole debate, or to the whole um, monologue. And it's not it's not only Indian. Let's talk about Haitian, for example. Now, back home is not good at all. The situation is it's a crisis. It's a crisis. The situation is getting worse every day by the minute. And what you will see is there is a great amount of Haitians that are flowing everywhere. Jamaica, the state, they are taking the road from probably Mexico, Venezuela, um, Argentina, Brazil, everywhere. We are going everywhere. Canada. So I'm gonna try to and Europe as well. Europe as well. That is something that is happening. The flow of Haitians is we are just fleeing the country at that point. So we are just fleeing the country at that point. So what I want to say is um, we mainly get into the health sector, probably be nurse, PSWs, um, what else? Doctor, um, everything related to health, the health industry. You will see a great amount of Haitians that are getting in those sectors, because any immigrants represent a workforce. They're probably not being successful back home, but coming in here in those systems where they're, they're working you out, they're working you out, the system is working you out, you will have to be productive in order to live, to eat, to go around, to make money, basically. So we are taking a big stake in the health industry in Canada, for example. At least in Quebec, Montreal, that is that is where the population is mainly concentrated. And yeah, so basically what you will see is whoever that comes, immigrants, legal or illegal, they will try to get into the system. They will try to get into the workforce. So if anyone that is already living there, or that had a um, that is having a hard time finding a job, that is having a good time, that is a my bad, that is having a bad time um, financing things, that is having a bad time buying groceries, that is having a bad time, a hard time, I would say, um, living overall, they will blame that on the immigrants that are coming. So we can be a problem, but most of the time we are not as immigrants. We are not the problem. But everybody will have a different opinion on that. And one one thing that I wanted to say, life in general is getting with inflation, life is getting harder. Fuel is getting, the price is going up. It's not going down. It's going up. It's not going down. It will never go down, honestly, to the point where you were seeing that is a good price for gas. It's not going down. It's going to be, it goes up, it goes down a little bit, and it goes up, and it goes on. What is there for us to understand is that, is it the network having some internet, some connection issue right now? Okay, good. Um, and my hope for any immigrant is knowing that we are already late coming into the system, meaning that most of us didn't have anything built up back home, or they would have to start over, or they want to take it easy, probably. I mean, it's your life. You probably will decide what you would like to do. So the moral of the story is, um, as immigrants, we probably have an expectation where, um, we want to be successful. We want to be successful. We want to do great things. We want to take care of ourselves. We want to take care of our family, our loved ones. So I wish the best for anyone that is trying to achieve that goal. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come on the channel and share some advice on how to navigate the system, on how to go through, um, those financial decisions, probably to go through the 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 good habits that can help you build that wealth. Wealth is not only having $1 million in the bank. Wealth also is the fact that you are secure. You have um, a good financial security. And one thing that I want to mention, speaking of security, having a job is not secure enough. You would have to get different source of income, different streams of income. That way, God forbid, if you get sick or if you're not capable of working, you have something that can back you up. You have something that can help you going going through those difficult times. So basically, my goal here would be to help you build wealth, either having first million, for example. I don't have the first million yet, but I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm doing the hard work. I'm working hard. I'm working, the 9 to 5. If we would say, I'm saving, I'm investing. Not a lot of savings, investing mostly, and um, I'm taking risk. And you would have to understand for yourself what are the risks that will be good for you. The risks that I'm taking are not necessarily good for you. If you have a family, if you have kids, I don't have kids. That's something you would have to take into consideration. There is no one size fit all. There are advices, and you take on certain advices that can be applied to your life. You take on certain advices that can help you build wealth. You take on some advices that can help you get to that point where you will be the best version of yourself, if that makes sense. So this is what I want, to achieve there. And as I said in the previous live, saving one person, having one person applying that and probably shoot me an email saying that, JP, I have listened to you, and I had applied this, I had applied that, and that is the result. I probably went from this tax bracket into this one, or I probably started my own business while working my 9 to 5, or I probably look into learning more skills. I had, based on the advices you had shared, um, I've been seeing improvements in my life, and I've been applying things that are improving other people's around me. I'm having a positive impact on society. I'm having a positive impact in my family. I'm having a good impact coming from your advices, or coming from um, the material or the sources that you're pointing, um, and that can probably help me get to that stage where I can build. We are rising up. That's why this channel is called Rise Up with JP. I am not at the stage yet where I want to be. I have to be consistent with the effort that I'm putting in myself, that I'm putting into my investments, that I'm putting into my finances, that I'm putting into my skill sets. I have to keep improving. In everything that I do will be raw, will be authentic, will be as true as I can be, as my mind is allowing me. And if ever you see me lacking, for example, I'm gonna take that word, like say a slang from the US. If I'm lacking, you probably say, Jean Paul, you've said this, you're not applying this. Or you're saying this, but I haven't seen these results. This is why every life you will see an improvements, either in my space, either on myself, either in my intellect, either probably in something you probably not be capable of seeing, either in my finances. So I want that improvements. I want those improvements for myself. And I also want those improvements for anyone that is willing to listen, that is willing to learn, that is willing to move forward in life. So basically, there will be a point where everyone is improving. The improvements that you should be expecting is not necessarily $1 million. The I had said that from Jordan. It's a great. I'm gonna be. I'll be trying to quote, paraphrase at least. Jordan B. Peterson. He said, "You have to aim low enough." So don't you will be in a situation where probably you will not aim for $1 million, but you'll probably aim for leaving the 30,000 K tax bracket to 50K tax bracket. That is low enough. That way, if you are going through this route, of if you are going that way, you will not have a disappointment, or you will not be discouraged of not meeting those expectations to the point where you will give up. So you have to put some goals that are low enough for you to reach, and afterward aiming for something else that is higher, that is higher, that is higher, and you will improve. And those advices are applicable for your career, for your finances, for your business, for yourself. Everything is fact checking. You can check it. I will be referring to great books that I've audiobooks, because as a truck driver, I don't have time to read, but I have the time to listen to audiobooks. I have a great list of audiobooks, and one book that I'm gonna refer to you as of right now is The Psychology of Money. Let me try to get the title there. Hopefully it's not um, audiobooks. It's still working. Perfect. I'm gonna give you the author, The Psychology of Money. All finished. Where's that book? The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Housel spelled Housel. Morgan, Mor as a rent, J Gan. My bad. So that is one book, the Psychology of Money. That is one book that I would strongly suggest you. So when you go through those processes where you listen to someone that had made it, where you listen to someone that is going through things with you, that is encouraging you, that is helping you out, those are the things that you are looking for to improve yourself. Improvements is a good thing. Changing changes is a good thing, because we will see those days where a word will be twisted into something bad. Changing is good. You can change in a positive way, or you can change in a negative way. But which direction you want to take, that is the question that you would have to answer for yourself. So changes is good. So it's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of what is your mindset. What's your mindset basically? And this is what I want to put the accent or to contrast, is perspective on certain things, on certain words, on certain actions that can significantly bring some improvements into your life. Well, um, that is the goal here, and hopefully, um, we will see improvement as we go. And as I told you, my next life will be outside. I'll be probably leaving the studio, going outside and having some fresh air, basically. So the studio is involving. I'm making a lot of modification. You will see a better results, um, as I had promised. Not promised, but as I had posted in um, the post feed. Those are the things that I wanted to talk. The structure, the overall structure of the page, and also I wanted to talk about immigration. Is immigration the problem to the economy, or the immigrants the problem to a specific sector of activity? And what are probably the expectations, or what we are looking for as immigrants? So those are the few things that I wanted to talk to talk about as an introduction to my to the page, basically. And as an immigrant myself, you have to understand where I am coming from to understand where I want to go, or why am I doing this, or why I have this vision. So I had to dive into immigration because I'm an immigrant, and that way we can have a better understanding on what's going on this page. We can have a better understanding. So thank you for anyone that had shown us support. I'm grateful for every subscribers, and I would like also to give you the invitation on subscribing. If you did not subscribe yet, leave a comment, please. Leave a like, leave an opinion, leave an idea, leave anything that I can share with you. That way I can go over it. And if there is an area that I didn't went into, you can always leave a comment about it. And if there is a subject that you would like me to go over, you can always leave a comment about it. And the my address email for this channel, you'll find it directly, is riseupwithjp@gmail.com. That's the address email. So if anything you want to send me um, directly on my email, you will get that. And just to do just to do a quick recap, so we went over the overall structure of the page. We talked about immigration. Before we talked about immigration, we talked about the new project that I'm working on, sitting down, having the chat with the business owners. I'll be probably take 5 days off from my workplace in order to work as a volunteer at their location. And my work would be basically um, channel or transform into a charity gesture from their part. I will bring them value, and they will bring value to the community, a gift to give. And also, we'll have an interview with any of the business owner where we can have a few questions set up. They'll probably give their dream about their business, their goals, their expectation from the business. How did they get into the business, for example? Those are some questions we'll probably have with sit down with them as we will have an interview. So I'll work on the location. I will have everything document. I will have the documents ready for them. They'll probably we'll probably have an inter. We will have an interview. Um, we will do some charity work, and what else? We will make we will make great contents out of everything. So I'm not just speaking the talk. I will do the work that can inspire any young man, the work that can inspire any person that is willing to listen, that is willing to make a change in their way of living. For anyone that is willing to go the extra miles to be successful or to improve themselves or to try or that are trying to get on a new path or to try to get wealthy. So basically, those advices, those videos, those interviews are for anyone that is willing, that is able to make those changes. So they will be there for you. One other things we went over is I've been talking for almost an hour now. One other things we went over is immigration. Are immigrants good for any economy? I wanted to go over that specific subject, because I am an immigrant myself. I had to dive into my past with you for you to understand my point of view on certain things, or for you to know where I'm coming from, what are basically fueling his ideas, what is basically fueling his willingness, or what is he getting out of the situation, what is he getting out of sitting there for almost an hour talking to the camera, what is he getting out of it. So I wanted to go over those things for you to understand more about me, in order for you to get more value out of what I'm saying, basically. So this is what I wanted to do. This is what you will get, and hopefully we can improve. And next stop will be outside. I'll be probably going to this restaurant. We'll have a life there, um, Asian food, probably Japanese. So I'll be reaching out to the location, have them set up to be receiving me, my presence at least, in order to have the life done at their location. And we are still working on the project with the with the owner of the business. That is one of the things. So those are the few things that I wanted to talk about. And thank you if you have made it that far into the life. Thank you if you quickly pass in the life, you saw something, probably you heard something, probably for a few seconds. I hope that you get a great value out of it. Thank you for those that's gonna watch the entire video, or that's gonna watch the live, the aftermath of the live, basically. But I'm grateful for everyone that's gonna leave a like. I'm grateful for anyone that is not leaving a like as well. I'm grateful for the one that are already subscribed, and I'm grateful for the one that will be subscribing in a near future. I have a lot of hopes. We have a lot of hopes. We're not working only with hopes. We are trying to work with actions as well. That way we can get the best out of the experience. That way I'm not wasting your time. That way you're not wasting your time. And you're getting some value out of this channel, basically. But I'm grateful. That's the overall message that I want to share. Thank you for being with me. And I am JP. And if you're probably wondering what is the JP stand for, the JP stand for Jean Paul in French. Yes, French background. Anyways, and thank you for being present. I'll be working on those initiatives for you, and that way we will be moving in the right direction. May God bless you. Thank you for being with us for this duration of this live, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, share the word, and there is more to come. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. Depends on the time of the day. Might be a good day, a wonderful time, wonderful night, wonderful whatever in this situation. But thank you. Well, thank you for being with me. See you next time.